All right, picture this. You're floating hundreds of miles above Earth, inside a multi-billion-dollar spacecraft, orbiting the planet at 17,500 miles per hour. You've just spent your day repairing solar panels, conducting scientific experiments, and watching Earth swirl beneath you like a living marble. Now, it's bedtime, but how do you even begin to sleep when there's no bed, no up or down, and no sunset to signal nightfall? Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving headfirst into one of the most oddly fascinating and underappreciated parts of space travel: how astronauts sleep in space. And spoiler alert, it's not as cozy as you might think. There's no such thing as lying down in space. In zero gravity, there's no down to lie on. So astronauts don't sleep on beds, they float, literally. But it's not just about floating. The International Space Station orbits the Earth every 90 minutes. That means astronauts experience 16 sunrises and sunsets every single day. NASA 2022. Imagine trying to wind down when it feels like it's daytime every 45 minutes. Total chaos for your circadian rhythm, right? So how do they do it? To avoid floating around and bumping into equipment or each other, astronauts zip themselves into sleeping bags attached to the wall. Yep, they Velcro or tether their bag inside a small sleeping pod, roughly the size of a phone booth. No pillow, no mattress, just a floating cocoon. Inside these personal pods, they might listen to music, read, or even video chat with family before bed. It's kind of like your bedroom closet if your closet was hurtling through space at 5 miles a second. According to NASA astronaut Chris Hadfield, you close your eyes, you drift off, and you wake up. In space. It's not uncomfortable. You're just suspended, weightless, like sleeping inside a cloud. But it's not always dreamy. Many astronauts report struggling with insomnia, especially in the first few weeks. Why? There are a few reasons. No gravity means your body doesn't get the same physical signals it uses on Earth to relax. Constant mechanical noises, like fans and life support systems, hum 24/7. And there's always the lingering mental stress. After all, you're living in an environment where a tiny mistake could be life-threatening. To cope, astronauts are given sleep medication more often than you'd think. In fact, a study from The Lancet Neurology revealed that over 75% of space travelers rely on sleeping aids during missions. That's a huge number for a group trained to function under extreme conditions. The emotional side of sleeping in space. Here's a real twist. Some astronauts report that the most profound part of sleep in space isn't the struggle. It's the moment just before you drift off. Imagine this. You're weightless, nestled in your tiny pod, and through the window you see the glowing curve of Earth. Oceans shimmering, cities sparkling. That final glance before you close your eyes, it reminds you just how small and yet how extraordinary your place in the universe really is. Scott Kelly, who spent a year aboard the ISS, once said, "The quiet of space before sleep, it's haunting, beautiful, like the universe is holding its breath." So why should you care? You might not be sleeping among the stars anytime soon, but here's what this all means for us back on Earth. We take gravity for granted. Astronauts have to relearn how to rest without it. Sleep hygiene is crucial, whether you're on Earth or in orbit. And finally, behind every incredible mission are people, just like us, trying to find a little peace, even if that peace is floating in a bag next to a wall. Let's wrap this up. Sleeping in space isn't glamorous. It's not like floating on clouds or napping in zero-G hammocks. It's a routine, carefully engineered process to preserve mental health, regulate the body, and ensure survival. But it's also deeply human. It's astronauts adapting, overcoming, and still finding moments of comfort in the most uncomfortable environment imaginable. So, the next time you complain about your lumpy mattress or noisy neighbors, Remember, someone out there is sleeping zippered to a wall, orbiting the planet, dreaming of home. If this blew your mind even a little, go ahead, smash that like button. Drop a comment telling us whether you think you could sleep in space, and hit that follow if you want more wild, behind-the-scenes stories about life beyond Earth. This isn't just content, it's a community. Let's build it together.